So you know it's going to be a good vlog when we start with food.
Yes!
So folks, you join us in the exact same location as the last vlog, here on our rustic little beach, about 15 kilometres south of Mojacar. Mojacar, that's right, isn't it?
I think it is.
Yeah, brilliant little place, brilliant little park up. If you want to just like free wild camp here in Spain, the best thing to do, and if you want to do it right on the beach, the best thing to do is choose somewhere in between like busier areas. So busy town that way, busiest touristy town that way, go bang in the middle and you're pretty much guaranteed to find a lovely camp place where you can get away with it.
Yes, we've been here a few days and it's been really nice chilling out here. There's not been that many people come down. There's been a few vans, but it's not been that busy whatsoever really. We did end up doing the hike along the sort of cliff edge. It's about 2 kilometers and it takes you down into a completely different environment. It's quite busy, quite built up, but not high rises, so it's not too bad, but it's like a proper little resort town, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the beach is immaculate. It's flattened out. They've got strategically placed palm trees, really nice sand, loads of restaurants, loads of bars, but everyone goes there, don't they? So this lovely stretch of sand is all to ourselves.
But anyways, we are leaving today, aren't we, love?
Yes, we are. three-day rule, so we got to.
Three's a magic number.
We've got to keep going. So we are going to head to Mojacar. We've run out of supplies.
Yeah.
We've run out of water completely. So we need to stop off at the supermarket quickly and then go and check out the little old town.
Yeah.
And then who knows?
Who knows? So we will just drop the what 3 words to this exact location now, just in case anyone wants to come and camp here or whatever in the future. And just in case you were wondering what we were having for our lunch today, it was an eggless omelette or a potatoless tortilla with vegetables, and it was very delicious.
Anyway, I think it's time to get these little boys motivated to get back in the van and head off. Come on, good boy. You've been sleeping. Here he comes. Here he comes. Little sleepy dog. Don't mind. It's actually warm.
So yeah, the boys do have their own quick drying towels, as do we, which is always handy for little beach showers. He's so tired.
So tired, look at those eyes.
Oh baby. But what a great little location to have your shower, hey? It's quite nice here, isn't it? You've got like your own little section of the beach, and then you can kind of park all the way along here, so even though it's sort of built up, it's still not too busy, is it? And you know, we're in August now, so I was expecting it to be busier. Pretty good little stuff.
Gonna be all fluffy. Look, the ginger's come back. He's no longer like
Gone grey.
Oh
yeah, then.
Been to the supermarket, we're stocked up now. We've got our essential bag of ice, some nice refreshing drinks, some food for tonight.
It will all fit in, it will. It always fits in somehow. Yeah, and we've just basically had a bit of a change of plan, a bit of a change of thought process, haven't we? We've just gone and had showers. You see Charlie had his, we've just had showers, we feel nice and fresh. And we was going to go to Mojacar.
We always struggle with that.
Mojacar. I don't know why we struggle with that.
But we've changed our mind because it's a bit hot, and to be honest with you, we're a little bit tired and we can't be bothered.
We can't be bothered to go to the town.
So it's, yeah, because it is quite hot and just be kind of a rush,
yeah,
you know, look round. So we've decided instead
to come back to our little rustic beach camp up for the night.
Yeah, it's peaceful down here, away from the hordes and the crowds.
I don't know what we were thinking, to be honest. We left quite late and we've just run out of time. We shouldn't have bothered leaving.
There's no way we were going to make the town.
It was nice to have a shower though, to be fair. It was nice to have a shower and pick up some supplies. And now we better go because our little dog is
barking at something. Could
or
be
nothing.
Anything. Yes, that is a little deck chair there. Sarah, do you want to explain that?
One person's trash is another person's treasure. It's actually really comfortable, even though it's old and a bit rusty and almost falling apart.
Hold on, darling, are you talking about the deck chair or the van? Old, rusty and falling apart.
It does sound a little bit like the van, that, doesn't it? But I was talking about the chair. Anyway, good morning everyone, and we have woken up to the sound of the waves, fell asleep to the sound of the waves, woken up to the sea rising, I was going to say, hopefully not too much, the sun rising over the sea, and I think it's going to be another good day. But we have just checked the forecast and it's going to be quite a bit hotter today than it has been for the last few days, so we're getting an early start to beat the heat.
Hey guys, we've just arrived in Mojacar.
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 Oh,
who's that?
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's a beautiful drive to get up here. Picturesque, pretty little village or town set in amongst these mountains on these like sandstone cliffs. You've got crazy views down the coast, yeah, and over all the surrounds.
It's really lovely, isn't it? And we were winding our way up through the village to get to this little spot here, this little car park here.
It's only 2 kilometres from the coast as well, so it's not far at all.
And first impressions, it does look pretty stunning.
We're taking both the boys today. Hey. Oh, Dizzy's actually coming today.
He's having a day off from Chief Security. Shh, Diz, if you keep barking like that, you'll stay in the van.
Even though we just got the drone out and he was going crazy at it. Nice, no?
Thank you very much.
Gracias.
Thank you.
There you go, thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Vinny's got a little friend. Look at that. He's quite cool. Could be a she, I don't know. Never met him, her.
See this, if we do upgrade the Vinster, you know, we're thinking about ideas what we'd like, and we like the old looking vans, we like the retro vans, and this sort of style van, what is it? Is it a Fiat or something?
It's just a Fiat, but the retro old motorhomes. Obviously we would prefer those little snubby nose Mercedes vans, but we want something a little bit bigger, and these retro motorhomes are cool, aren't they?
This size, this is not much bigger than Vinster, but this size would be perfect for us. You know, you've got your bed at the top there, and you've just got that little bit extra room with a little bathroom cubicle. That would be absolutely fine. I wouldn't want to go any bigger than this. But we like these little old...
love the shape of them, they look chunky and like...
retro ones. We're going from one old van to another, I know, but they've just got style, haven't they?
Yeah, they've got style, they've got character.
The old stuff is the best. That's quite cool. We've been having a little nosy, haven't we?
I'm gonna look around. It's got, it's just, you know, it can sleep up top, and then you've got a nice sort of chill out area where the benches are, which you can turn into a bed. And it's just a lot more space than Vinny. But as I've said 100 times, is with Vinny, we're pretty much outside the whole time. You know, you open this door here, and this is our only living area, but you're pretty much outside.
I didn't lock up.
Really?
This door was open.
Good job we got the cameras on.
Good job we got the cameras on. I haven't had a notification. Not that there's anything worth nicking in there. We take out all of our goodies with us when we go out. Anyway, that being said, we're not getting rid of our beloved Vinster anytime soon. Anyway, just putting it out there. So don't worry, Vinny. Looks like Charlie's chose his van. Traitor! Absolute traitor!
You'd be happy lying under that van, Charlie. It's got a bit more height there, a bit more comfortable for you.
Oh, you have got a lot more room under there.
You're gonna go and test it out.
Gonna go and test it out.
That's how we'll choose the van, whichever Charlie prefers sleeping under. Made it. Still have ice left. Well into the morning for our iced coffees.
Lunchtime now, love. Just about enough. And the good thing about having one of these little ice buckets is we have a little tap. So nothing gets wasted. Ice turns into ice cold water.
Look at that.
Ooh.
It's a thing of beauty. I'm in love with these iced coffees, especially when it's really hot.
We need them.
So we're just having a break from driving, and we'd just like to take this opportunity to thank today's sponsor of the video, and that is Readly. Now, if you don't know what Readly is, it's an online magazine subscription service that gives you thousands of magazines and newspapers at your fingertips in one easy to use app. It is literally like flicking through a magazine. It's brilliant.
And you can get any magazine you can think of, like literally from a newsagent's, anything, and so much more.
It's brilliant, basically, especially when you have a small van and you can't take loads of magazines or whatever, or reading material with you. With Readly, it's all digitalized, so you've got everything, all these 1,000 magazines in the palm of your hand.
Yeah, covering so many different topics. So at the moment I've been browsing through all of the cookery magazines. There's so many, like vegan, plant-based ones, and all regular eating magazines, and who doesn't love looking at pictures of food?
I prefer eating it, but I don't mind looking. But yeah, and another magazine that's caught our eye is 101 places to visit before you die.
Now, we have actually seen quite a few of them, haven't we?
Surprisingly, yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot that we haven't. So it's given us some great inspiration in our future travels. So Readly's great because you can take all these magazines with you wherever you go. So you can be laying down the beach under your umbrella, flicking through some magazines.
Which is much easier than fighting with a newspaper on a windy day. Or even on your supboard.
Yeah, there's no way you'd be able to take loads of physical magazines out on a supboard with you now, would you?
No chance. Anyway, if you're interested in signing up for Readly, if you click the link in our description, you'll get 2 months free. And then after that, it's only $7.99 a month.
And that you can cancel anytime, so it's definitely worth checking it out. Anyway, the iced coffees are finished. It's time to get back on the road. Cheers everyone. So we've just basically drove from Mojacar to here, and here is a beach called Playa de Coral. Now it looks quite stunning if you look that way. You look that way, there's a sort of cement factory sort of jetting out into the water. A couple of reasons we stopped here.
Well, the main reason is because it's really hot. It's really hot, so we've only driven about an hour, and then we have to stop now because of the dogs and because you can't drive in the heat basically.
You can't drive when it's too hot, so anything after sort of about 11 or 12 o'clock is getting a bit much when you haven't got aircon. So that's the main reason, but there's also a very, very good reason for stopping here.
Well, why we chose this beach, this beach next to the cement factory, or view to the cement factory, is because one of the best beaches in the whole of Spain is just around that corner.
Yes.
It's literally about an 800 metre walk or a kilometre walk, but that's a little bit too hot. So our plan was to get the supboards out at some point
and swim across, or supboard across.
Well, supboard across, as we've got the supboards out.
See, the beach is called Playa de Los Muertos, which actually translates to Beach of the Dead, and I don't know why it's called that. We need to Google that actually. Why is it called that? Don't know. But anyway, it's got like the clearest
water, and we've seen pictures, and the sand just gets finer and finer as it goes into the sea, and it looks amazing. And you can park near it. Well, you pay €5 for the park, and then it's half an hour hike. So we decided to park here and attempt to supboard round.
That's our train of thought. Trainer's thought.
Well, we'll see how we go. It's quite wavy and choppy at the moment, so we're just
weighing up our options, because if we go now, and now is 2:30 in the afternoon, so if we go now,
you're gonna supboard round to this beautiful beach, and it's gonna be full
of people,
loads of umbrellas.
So we thought that we could just go and have a little look and do it. The wind's quite strong, so it wouldn't be the most pleasurable supboard, but we might do it. And then we were thinking we could just stay here for the night and then do it first thing in the morning and have the whole beautiful beach to ourselves.
But we're just chilling out here. Charlie's under the van as usual. He's happy. There's a nice breeze getting to him under there. Dizzee's
which is the main thing.
Chilling out here with the fan on him.
Yeah, and we're just discussing what we're going to do.
So anyway, what did we get from the market?
Well, we didn't expect there to be a market on in town. If we did, we wouldn't have gone to the supermarket yesterday, because I just love going to, when you got a food market and stuff, you get all the fresh produce. Because there was a little old lady that we bought some eggs from, actually. Now, we haven't had eggs for quite some time. But if we can get fresh produce, as in she told us that these are from her chickens, and they're very fresh, even though we do probably eat about 98% plant-based.
If we can get eggs from a local sweet little old lady at a market, or a local farmer where the chickens are kept in good conditions, then we'll do that. And
that's proper free range then, isn't it?
I definitely don't have an issue with these little beauties, Tigernuts or chupas. Now they generally make these into a drink, like a milkshake called horchata. Which is like really famous in Valencia. And Nick loves these. I mean, I think they're quite nice too. Mix of coconut and peanut or something.
Good taste, but they're really, really chewy if you just eat them raw like this. So you can like soak them for several hours to make them softer.
Couple of days.
Well, if you soak them for a couple of days, then you afterwards you grind them into like a milkshake type thing, and then you add some other spices and things like that and make this famous Valencian drink.
But you can put them in burgers, put them in all sorts of things. They've got so many good qualities.
Yeah, they're really good for you as well. And you don't just, we haven't seen them in like regular supermarkets, so when we go to the market, like the little nut store we went to, we always ask if they've got any chufas.
So when we find ourselves a decent supplier of Tigernuts, we're going to definitely try and make that famous Valencian horchata.
Yeah, you'll probably get addicted to it because you love these.
I'm addicted to these. I think we've eaten half a bag, so I'm going to have to give them to Sarah before they're all gone. So nice.
Too hot for van life? Maybe a little bit.
So the sun has finally gone behind that cliff behind us. It's been a really hot day today. I've been in the van editing, a little bit too hot for that, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. And Sarah spent most of the day sleeping.
Oh my goodness me! Oh my goodness me! That's a little bit of a fib, isn't it?
Okay, Charlie has. Charlie has finally come out from underneath the van, haven't you, Charlie?
Charlie?
How are you enjoying the new setup?
Admittedly, I have had a little snooze this afternoon, and we did say when we woke up this morning, we knew it was going to be a hot day. So this worked out quite well though, because we kind of just put the bed down. It's nice when we have the van like this in the daytime. It's like having a fixed bed, isn't it? And you open the door and obviously the breeze is coming from the sea, so that keeps the van nice and cool, because it did get quite high temps in here a little bit early on this afternoon.
And I'm loving this setup. To be honest, we haven't had it like this that much over the years, because on the first trip we had the bike rack on the back with the bikes.
Yeah.
Then we had the ladder, and we have the headboard and the longboard and everything. So and now
it's always a bit difficult to just switch into this mode kind of thing.
And look at that, it's beautiful. The breeze has been coming all the way through.
It's been a bit of a saviour today, to be honest, hasn't it? Just to stay in, you know, to be around the van, because the dogs aren't actually permitted to go on this beach. There was another van park next to us before, and they got told to leave the beach with their dog. So we had to kind of stay with the van, as it was too hot, like we said before, it was too hot to drive. So having our little, what would you call this, lounger set up for the day.
So cute, the dogs love it. Look at Charlie now, and Dizzee was sat there earlier. Sarah's kind of fallen asleep, she was for a little bit.
I did, I've been a bit lazy today. No, Diz, no.
And Dizzee was, shh, Dizzee.
He's always on guard.
They were less than 2 meters from the van, so you know he's got to tell them to back off a bit. Social distancing and all that, but yeah, the dogs are loving it. They've got these little draft excluders at the back with a little ledge, so they just put their paws on that and watch the world go by.
Yeah, it's been alright.
Watch people enjoying the beach.
A lazy afternoon trying to deal with the heat of van life. It feels warmer than outside now, isn't it?
Look how clear that water is though.
It's so warm and clear.
Had a bit more of a chilled day today, no working on the laptops all day. We went out on the SUP boards, didn't quite go to plan. We did actually want to go out at first light.
Yeah.
Just as the sun is rising.
The plan was to go out on our own without the doggies at like 7:30 and leave the boys in the van when it was nice and cool. And we...
Sarah wanted an extra vodka, didn't she? So we stayed up a little bit later than initially planned. But we did make it out.
Good thing was the babies came with us on the boards and we had a really good time. The beach around there is absolutely stunning. We were very, very impressed, and it's literally only
about a few hundred meters, probably about 300 meters to get just round the corner. It's only one corner, and then obviously Los Muertos is a little bit further, only a couple of 100 meters further. We decided not to go that far, so the plan is to do what we should have done today and get out at first light tomorrow, leave the doggies in the van when it's nice and cool, and go and see Los Muertos.
Yeah, before we continue. But that will be in next week's vlog. Charlie, you want some attention? As you can see, Charlie's on his cool mat now. A few people have asked about this cool mat. It is doing its job. Even though Charlie's panting now because he's quite excited.
And even though most of the time he's underneath the van, so he doesn't use it, but we're using it if he's not. Anyway, yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed filming it.
And we'll see you all in next week's vlog from this location, because we're going to start filming tomorrow morning and take you back round to that beautiful beach.
Take care, guys. Beaches. Take care, guys. Be safe, and we'll see you next week.
Heat of van life. Heat of the day. Trying to deal with the heat in van life. That doesn't make sense.
Trying to deal with the heat when you're living in a van.
I need to go back to sleep. So thank you so much for watching.
Stare out.